Hey guys, Useless here, and I watched The Mandalorian Season 2. Now, I am about to go on a trip, so I'm not going to have time to set up and record a proper video, so I'm just going to ramble about it for a bit. I really enjoyed this season. I probably enjoyed it more than Season 1. I don't know, I just thought that every episode hit more, in the first season. There were a couple episodes that I wasn't too keen on, but this episode I just consistently enjoyed pretty much every episode. I think they did a really good job this season of continuing to cement Grogu. I'm gonna call him Grogu because that's his name, and I'm gonna respect that. They continue to really just cement Grogu and Mando's relationship, and I just thought they did a good job of continuing that. I thought the effects of every episode were really good. Obviously it's a TV show, so, and the fact that it's just able to look this good is really impressive. I watched the first episode, the one with the worm, and I was like, okay, did they blow their entire budget on this episode, and is the rest of it, or at least a lot of it, or a good stretch of episodes gonna feel kind of middling? And that just wasn't really the case. I really thought they just stepped up their game this season. I know some of the complaints that I heard from a lot of people are that the game kind of the show follows a bit of a formula where because at the end of the first season, Mando gets set on this quest. He has to deliver Grogu to the Jedi, and I know a lot of people thought that sort of formula got repetitive, and they didn't like that. I was more or less okay with it, because to me the heart of this show is the relationship between Mando and Grogu, right? And for me, it's very much about the journey and not the destination. So I totally get that complaint, and I think it's a valid one, but it just didn't bother me that much once I just sort of accepted that this is what the show is. I guess I'll get into some spoilery stuff. So if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. If you enjoyed Season 1, I think you're very much going to enjoy Season 2. I guess as far as spoilers go, I think the biggest thing about the show is that they introduced a bunch of stuff from the Clone Wars, right? You saw Bo-Katan and her people. And I guess, so here's the thing. I have not seen the Clone Wars or Rebels, so a lot of this stuff I wasn't sure about. Once I saw the Ahsoka episode, I was like, okay, I'm tired of, seeing everybody else point their fingers at the screens and yell, oh my gosh, it's the person that I know from the thing I watched. So I started watching Clone Wars. So I'm in the middle of watching Clone Wars right now. So I've met Ahsoka. I'm learning about her origins and how she begins her journey into becoming Rosario Dawson. I'm liking the character. I know nothing about Bo-Katan, but from what I've heard, Bo-Katan is a part of the original Mandalorian culture, and the Mando that we know is those guys are an extremist group of Mandalorians who have kind of separated from the original Mandalorians. So that's what I've heard, and you can tell the sort of cultural differences between Mando and her, because she'll take off her helmet, he very much won't. So I found all that stuff pretty interesting. They introduced her, they then introduced Ahsoka, and I really enjoyed that episode, because very much that episode felt like a really cool mix between a Western motif and then a samurai motif. I thought that episode was awesome. They brought back Boba Fett. Obviously, that episode was insane. That episode was directed by Robert Rodriguez, and you could really feel it in the action. And I just thought that episode was cool. Another episode I really enjoyed was the one where they brought back Bill Burr, and I thought they did a really great job with that episode of really highlighting how Mando's character has changed, and how his love for Grogu causes him to sort of go back or not go back, but bend the rules as far as his principles go, and him wanting to follow his culture. I say culture because I think I don't know if it is a culture or if it's just like his creed. I don't know, whatever, who cares. But yeah, I just really love how that episode highlights how his love for Grogu is stronger than his dedication to his way. And I thought that episode highlighted that really well. And I mean, yeah, obviously the last episode was insane. But yeah, so, you know, they go over to Moff Gideon's ship, and it's just this really cool thing where they're like getting onto it. They like trick them to sneak into it, and then they kill a whole bunch of stormtroopers. There's that awesome fight between Moff Gideon and Mando, where Mando gets the Darksaber. And you know, I also, one of the things I really liked about it was just how Moff Gideon was just tricking everybody, and like he knows exactly how they think, so he's able to use that to his advantage. I really like that. And yeah, obviously, you know, they end up winning the day, but the Dark Troopers are coming back. But then Baby Yoda, Grogu, he pulls that reverse card and he's contacting Luke, and yeah, Luke Skywalker shows up. Now, I will say, the one thing that I didn't like about Luke Skywalker showing up is the CGI face. I'm kind of over CGI faces. Like, just get another actor. It's fine. Get Sebastian Stan or whoever the fans want. I don't know. It's just a weird uncanny valley thing that I don't think they've perfected, and I would rather they just go out and get an actor. But aside from that, it's Luke Skywalker. It's awesome. But another thing that I will say, I feel like them using a CGI faced Luke Skywalker means that they probably don't have plans for the character in future things. Like, I don't know. I feel like if they wanted him to play a big role in whether it be the Ahsoka show or the Rangers of the New Republic, or even in a Mando season 3, or even in a movie at some point down the line, I feel like they would have gotten an actor to portray him. So I feel like them just using the CGI, I feel like that points to them not wanting to use him in the future. But I don't know. That's just the impression I get with them using a CGI face. But yeah, no, it was cool, and it was honestly like just genuinely sad when Mando was giving up Grogu. Like, I got teary-eyed. I didn't cry, but I did get teary-eyed. It was genuinely emotional. And it's an ending that genuinely leaves me curious to what season 3 is going to be, because I'm guessing that now Luke is going to take Grogu to be a part of like the Jedi school that he made, that they showed in The Last Jedi. I'm guessing that that's what this is leaning towards. So I guess but at the same time, like, I don't see them doing a Mandalorian season 3 without Grogu. So maybe, because I think I'm trying to remember to The Last Jedi, and I often forget this movie, but when Luke kills Kylo, does that make that school that he was like building up, does the school then kind of like dismantle, sort of like Order 66? Is that what Order 66 was when Anakin killed all the children? I don't remember. All right, I'm not a huge Star Wars nerd like that, but I wonder if Luke's like Jedi school is going to like dismantle, and then in Mandalorian season 3 we're gonna see Mando like take Grogu again somehow. I don't know, that's just kind of me thinking. All right, but I'm not like a huge Star Wars nerd, so don't roast me too hard in the comment section, all right, if that's just not feasible at all. But yeah, I don't know, I have a really hard time believing that they're not gonna have Grogu in Mandalorian season 3. Like, he is too popular of a character. They make way too much money off of him in merchandising. I will be shocked if they do. I'd respect it from an artistic perspective, but I will be shocked if he's not in Mandalorian season 3. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed the season. I enjoyed it more than the first one. I think it was a pretty, in almost every way, it was an improvement. I'll be excited to see if they actually go into season 3 with Mando not being too, not being so obsessed with always having on his helmet, because I think it would be cool to actually have Pedro Pascal in the series more. But yeah, tell me what you thought about season 2 in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe, ring the bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video every Monday at 12 o'clock. Sometimes I'll upload videos randomly throughout the week, but you will reliably see a video by me every Monday at 12 o'clock. So yeah, do all the things that YouTubers tell you to do at the end of the videos. And bye. Sorry for the weird shaky camera. I'm recording this just on my phone. I'm sitting on a bench. I'm leaving on a trip. So yeah, I don't know. Bye.